I have some explaining to do. I might as well start now. So, since the last time we talked, a whole lot of things has happened. We're going to talk about all of that in this video. First of all, if you're observant, you'll probably realize that I don't actually live in Kingston anymore. I just decided to, just escape the rat race and move to somewhere where it's a little bit slower. I wouldn't even say quieter, but it kind of is quieter in a way, but a whole lot cheaper. Oh yeah, the keys work now. You remember how I said in the past that I have to use the physical key to open the car? You don't have to do that now. So for a while, ACR has been working on the issue and he thought it was something software related, but at the end of the day, it was just a case where the wiring in the fuse box was so messed up that there were connections that were not getting power. And funny enough, after replacing it, and I have to give a really big shout out to ACR because that brother man stayed until it was maybe close to 11 o'clock at night. Took out the old fuse box, cut all the connections, replaced all the connectors with fresh connectors and plugged in everything, and it just worked. The other thing is that it got rid of the check engine light, and now the key works. Like if I use the fob to lock the car, open the car, wind down the windows, start the car, everything works. And did I mention that there's no check engine light anymore? So the check engine light was actually because a wire had completely popped out of the connector in the fuse box. That was it. Now, the next thing on the list is wheels, right? So I did buy wheels, as I think a lot of us know by now. But while I was searching for wheels, I didn't actually set out to buy these exact wheels or even in this color. Initially, my plan was Apex ML10 RTs in gold, and I looked at the price and I thought, you know what, nah, let's get something else.
Get the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I was kind of all over the place.
With your broke ass.
This guy on Instagram, I'll put his handle here, and he had on a set of wheels that they looked almost like Apex ML10 RTs. They almost look like BBS 88s, which is the vision that I had in my mind. And I started doing some research into those wheels, and it ended up being that those wheels are the wheels that are on the car now. I ended up buying 18 by 9.5, 18 by 10.5. And you might be asking yourself, 18s on an M4, why? Well, it's because of where I take inspiration from. I thoroughly enjoy Nürburgring spec cars like Team Sherma and Not So Stock, Club Sport Garage. Those kind of cars are what I like to see. Of course, I'd make my car look exactly like that, right? That's why I went with 18s, along with the fact that 18s give a more comfortable experience on the road. As I mentioned originally, I wanted gold, and they do make these wheels in gold, but they didn't have any in stock. The only color that they had in stock was what they called radiant silver. And I thought to myself, do I do silver wheels on the black car? And answer was hell yeah, why not? It's not gold, but at least at the end of the day, it's a style that I love. So if I want to, I can strip them and get them powder coated in the future. Hint, hint, people. Hint, hint. So yeah, that was kind of the idea. So I bought the wheels, put them on, and everything was going great. Then one day I was hanging out with Shaq and went over to his house, washed the car, and him and I drove back over to my house. So we parked up right at the house, and you see, hesitation will make you meet in an accident. Anyways, we parked up right beside the house and we sat down across from the house. I'm looking at the wheels and I'm like, yo, something's off. I started counting spokes. The front wheels had 10 spokes. I started counting the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. And I was like, yo, the wheels look different to you? Shaq was like, no. Wait. And that's when we realized that I got 3 correct wheels and 1 incorrect wheel. So I immediately emailed 1552 and we kind of went back and forth about what happened. As a business, they have to make sure that, you know, everything is properly accounted for. So, you know, of course they have to do their due diligence. And they did, and I allowed them to do it. And at the end of the day, they decided that the best thing to do would be to send me a replacement wheel. And of course, I got that wheel today. So I got the replacement wheel. And that brings us to today. Now the M4 is a whole lot different from what it was when you saw it the last time, but that's why I'm catching you up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear from you what you'd like to see me do with this car next. Consider subscribing and like the video if it was good, and drop a comment. Something that I'm curious though, what do you think I should do with that spare wheel so I can show it to you? Yeah, so this is a Vertex RSR, whereas I bought whole shop RSRs. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the M4? Also, forgot to mention this. So the moment I got everything looking right and performing right, broke one of the DRLs. Have no idea how, but yeah. Short drive back home, but I'm going to wrap up the video right here. To all the people who've been watching, thanks for watching. see you in the next one.